Hey guys, what's going on? Thanks for joining me today. I'm Spiguyver, this is Spiguyver Backpacking, and we're finally back out on the trail. I know it's been a while. I think it's been a little over 5 months since the last trip, and that was actually on this trail, and we just came across the bridge where we jumped off, and so now we're on to finish it. And we've got 21 miles to Pinnacle Mountain State Park. That's where Rain Man's vehicle is sitting right now, and that's where we're headed. Today we've only got about, well, it's I think 6.5 or yeah, I think 6.5 trail miles, but then camp is actually 9/10 of a mile off the trail, so a bit of a haul off the trail, and then that leaves us with the remainder of it tomorrow and going up Pinnacle Peak. So gonna be a good time. Come along, we're gonna do this. Let's go. So one of the problems we're running into is that, Gut Hook shows between where we started and where we are about 10 different creek crossings, with at least half of those being reliable all year long. This is one of them that's reliable all year long. And you can see here, it actually has a cable that goes across so that people can, ford it and hold on to the cable to get across to get to the other side. But as you can see, it is bone dry. Nowhere in here is there any sign of water. All right, so we made it to camp, and this right here is where we're gonna call camp. So we got a lot of trees that are spaced pretty good for setting up the hammocks. We'll get set up a little bit, and then I'll show you guys kind of what I brought. I brought a few new pieces and some things we'll talk about. How was it?
It was good. It was nice to actually be out. Get out for a change. It's been too long for us.
Yeah, it has. Okay, so I do plan to do like a pack loadout video after this so that you guys can see everything that I brought and see it in a little bit more detail. We will walk around camp later and kind of show everything, but I did want to show the new stuff that I brought on this trip, because I did come out with a little bit of, well, more new stuff than I normally do. So first, I got my new trekking poles. So the last ones I had were those TAC 9ers, and I broke them the last trip that we were out here. So I got these Gossamer Gear, the LT5s, super, super lightweight. These on my scale without the baskets on them are 4.8 ounces per stick. So 9.6 ounces for the pair. Super, super light. Then my Petzl, I broke it. All right, so I broke the Petzl. And so I decided to upgrade, or, it's more of a lateral move. It's about the same, just a little bit lighter, actually quite a bit lighter, probably 2 ounces lighter, especially with this shock cord elastic for the headband. And then the other piece that I brought, the other piece of gear, was a bee-free. So I switched from the Sawyer to a bee-free, and I got a new knock bag for that. And then last, I'm rocking some new kicks. So I got the Ultra Lone Peak 5s. And you know, I've been a Maumelle guy for quite a while now, but the quality, the durability just hasn't been there. I get 2 or 3 hikes, anything, you know, trail mile wise, probably 50 to 60 miles, and they start ripping out. And so decided to try these, and we'll see how these work out. So far today, they definitely fit a little bit differently than the Morels. They feel a little bit differently. They've got a lot more cushion, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it may not be a great thing either. So we'll see as time goes on how I like them. But I do want to show you guys one other piece of new gear. It's not mine though. It's something that that Rain Man came out here with. So let's go check out what he's got going on. All right, so this is something.
This is Mayfly ultralight equipment, trail shoes, or camp shoes rather, made by a gentleman I found online. I think they're Coroplast plastic. I think they're 1.8 ounces for the pair. It's a piece of Coroplast plastic. It's got a little bit of like non-tread, non-skid, and then it's like some Dyneema cord and a little bit of that looks like paracord sheathing around where your feet goes. They mix them in a couple different style, like a Chaco style and a Tiva style, and I don't know. We're gonna find out. We're gonna see how they hold up.
Have you tried them on yet?
Oh yeah, I've worn them around the house. I've worn them around. They're actually pretty comfortable, honestly. I'm interested to see how they hold up around camp.
Well, I want to I wonder grip wise, especially on all these leaves around here, these dry leaves.
Right. I'm gonna be wearing them around tonight. We'll find out when I fall.
I'll make sure I've got the camera ready so that we can kiss you on your ass.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll happen, but we're gonna find out.
So for first dinner, I'm going to do some Thai kitchen ramen. This is garlic and vegetable, and then I've got some vegetables that I'm going to add to it. And yeah, I said first dinner. So we will be doing 2 dinners. It's like 4 o'clock right now, something like that. But we've got, how many? 7? I think 7 different margaritas we're going to be trying tonight. So that's what we got in there. Some noodles, some veggies, just kind of letting it rehydrate, leaving it open because it's hot and it's pretty warm outside, so we'll let it cool down a little.
One of those. No, we're good. We're good. Those are emergency situations only. When somebody forgets the margarita mix. Call that lid faulty. The cup, I guess. I don't know. We're just gonna be extra careful with that one. There, we got it. Looks like I'm trying to pass a drug test.
It does. This is what it looks like when you've drank a lot.
Yeah.
That's when the end one is when you haven't drank anywhere near enough.
This is when you've been hiking too much without drinking enough water. This one's proper-ish. Yeah, that's pretty proper.
That one, you're near radioactive.
Or you drink the amount of Monster I do.
All right, so the moonshine margarita, you had yours. And
yeah. It's our gold standard. Bob's.
All right.
Can we buff it?
We should.
We can't take down notices.
It's not bad.
Using the good tequila, that almost hides the good tequila on us.
It's everywhere, and I could not find it.
I have to go back through and...
You can make some more.
There you
go. If you thought the other one was salty, holy shit.
I put salt in it.
Oh my god.
Oh
no. All right. So after we got done, I mixed up a proper one with the ratio, the way that it really calls for it, and I got to tell you, man, this moonshine margarita
tough to beat.
It's tough to beat. It is tough to beat. Yes, the Francos is really good.
We'll probably play with
what?
the Francos some more.
I think I will bring the rest of the Francos out on the next trip that we do, along with, I'll order another moonshine margarita.
Don't order one. I got 8.
You got 8?
I have 8.
All right, he's got 8. I guess I don't need to order one. I got to tell you, man, this mixed up properly is insanely good. Insanely good.
You're drinking margaritas in the woods with your friends, 10 miles from anybody else.
Not to mention,
how can you go wrong?
this is not bad tequila. Not bad tequila at all. All right, dinner for tonight. Outdoor Pantry. You guys who see me, I love Outdoor Pantry. Their stuff is always legit. I know Rain Man,
Big fan.
big fan of the Outdoor Pantry. I think he's got...
I had the Thai chicken soup. I'm going to have the chicken pot pie here in about another hour.
I almost went with the chicken and waffles for tonight, which is one of my favorites. I'm not a chicken and waffles guy, but that chicken and waffles is outstanding. But I went with the beef and lamb gyro with tzatziki sauce.
That's my favorite.
I know Chris is a big fan of that
That's one of my favorite. That and the Thai coconut soup. Those two are my favorite.
So here it is. We're gonna do it up. I've got the latest version of the Spiguyver stove with me, and so we're gonna do some boiling of some water. This one uses 1 cup. So 1 cup. All right, so this has been sitting for a little while. It's still really, really hot. But what I want to show you is just the amount of beef and lamb that's in here. Look at that. That is a lot of meat. So it's got ramen. Let's see, it's Euro beef, water, breadcrumbs, lamb, soy protein concentrate, some other stuff, ramen noodles, broccoli, onion flakes, tzatziki sauce. But the thing with it is just, it's like a very fresh, very light, and because it's warm out, I mean, today was in the 80s, it's only getting down to the 60s overnight. I wanted something that was still fresh and light, so this is what I went with. Man, I know this is one of Chris's favorites,
It's so
one of
good.
Rain Man's favorites. I know why. I mean, I truly know why. I can't even eat. If you haven't tried any of the Packet Gourmet stuff, you really need to.
That one.
I will leave a link down in the description down below. Check it out. Go hit that link. Go try at least 1 or 2 of their meals. For me, let's see, their beef stew is definitely one of my favorites. The macaroni, what is it? Beef macaroni?
The hamburger skillet's pretty good.
Hamburger skillet.
That recipe changes and floats
does.
around. It used to
It
be
does.
my favorite.
Chicken and waffles.
The Thai coconut soup.
Oh, Thai coconut soup and the
African
chicken,
peanut stew.
well, the chicken
and
fried
waffle.
rice. The
Dude,
chicken fried
that's it.
rice.
If it
So-
sounds good, you
So
read the
if you're talking about
ingredients.
lunch, the
chicken fried rice,
chicken fried rice and the Thai stew,
Thai
or
coconut soup.
Thai coconut soup.
That thing.
Those
is
two
amazing.
are out of this world. Out of this world good. Like
For real.
For real.
I'll eat
Yeah.
them at home.
Yeah. So we were just sitting here kind of discussing, you know, we are in our 40s. I'm 45.
I'm 41, last I checked.
And, you know, we get out, we do our thing. And I think that's something that's missed, is that you can have a full-time career, you can have a family, and you can still get out and do this on a regular basis and have a lot of fun. And you don't have to quit your job. You don't have to be, you know, a Darwin or
Anyway, you don't have to be a through hiker. You don't have to be
Wanderlust.
right. You don't have to be the big names. You don't have to do the AT, the PCT. We've done sections, all those.
We have.
But he has a career. I have a career. He has kids and a family and a wife. I have career and a family and a wife. And that's 90% of the people that are watching have all those things. And so maybe too many people try to connect with the 10%, the through hikers, the everything else.
Yeah.
We're
you know, not knocking those people, but we're
No,
the
not at
real
all.
people. We're the people like you guys that are out there that do this on the weekends when we can, and we sacrifice things to do this.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. Like right now, I missed soccer games my son's at,
Right.
just hanging out with my kids, games, just
Real life
you
stuff.
do have to sacrifice things to come out and do these things. But for me, getting out here is such a release and such a mental release.
Absolutely.
It gets me back. It centers me. And there will be times, you know, it isn't, you know, Rayman and I are out here hiking. We're probably 15 to 50 feet from each other 90% of the day. Now, if there's downhills, a lot of times he's way the hell ahead of me.
If there's uphills, he's ahead of me, so, you know, it's fair.
But we aren't always talking.
That's the great thing about hiking with him. That's what I try to explain to my wife. I love hiking with you because we can not say a word to each other all day.
Yeah.
And you're not going, what's wrong? Are you mad at me? Are you? That's my favorite thing. But there's times that we won't shut up, especially me.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm kind of a jabberjaw sometimes, but I won't shut up for an hour. And that's great because we can connect and we can talk, but we can also disconnect from each other, even though we're that close, and we can be in our own zone, in our own place, and just be in our own moment.
I think that both of us sense kind of when the other needs a little bit of time.
Right.
And we just kind of do our thing, go on our way, zone out, sometimes pop in headphones and do our thing. And for me, getting out here, look, the grind that I go through Monday through Friday, being able to get out here and disconnect from that is the most healthy thing I can possibly do for my family, for my career, for myself.
Absolutely.
It's that important.
You're still out there doing the same thing that we all love to do and talk about. And we've got nice stuff. I won't lie.
Yeah.
But if there was a guy right there with a Walmart tent that was out here doing the same thing,
I'd be BSing with him as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what this is what it's about.
Good morning, man. Beautiful morning, crisp, cool out here. Could probably use a long sleeve, but this works. Nice hot coffee's keeping me good. Good coffee in the woods. All is good. Hey, how'd you sleep, man?
Man, I slept great last night.
Right on. I didn't sleep too bad. The temperature was perfect for sleeping. It was good. Wow, Pinnacle Mountain is legit, like no lie. So the west side is the easier side. Easier side, and it's still, you know, going up it. It was still steep. It was still rocky, and we had heard that the east side was much steeper. We weren't sure it was true until we started going down it, and it legit was. It was whites. It was like whites climbing, like you know, some of the really steep rocky stuff that you see in the whites. It really did remind me of that a lot. I think it was after we went up Garfield Peak and down the backside that was kind of like a waterfall. That very much reminded me of that descent. So cool stuff. That's right, we did walk all the miles.
23 point whatever plus some.
Whew. So this is it, guys.
Victory.
This is the eastern terminus of the Ouachita Trail. There we go. You got one of these at the beginning of the trail, one of these at the end. Every single mile. We got it.
We got one. Hell yeah.
Man,
great trip.
We stink. We probably shouldn't have done that.
No, we smell bad.
Arms stay down. Arms stay down.
No water on this section made today.
It was rough. There was a water fountain at the parking lot at the base of Pinnacle, and I drank way too much there and then started cramping up. So this last section, flat for a while, but then a pretty good climb up here to the parking lot, and it took it out of me. Like, started cramping up, just not, whew, I'm ready to be done.
Yeah, for sure. But great trail, man. It was amazing, the whole thing. First section, Talamina to Wilhelmina, still my favorite. I'm gonna revisit that section again for sure.
There's some other little sections in there that were really good, but that section just kind of stands out as the best section.
Took a little longer than I wanted it to.
Hey, you know,
nobody I would have rather shared it with, man. Had a great time. Just about every step of the way. There's a few
just about every step. All right, guys, appreciate you coming along.
Cleaned up.
And yeah, we're gonna go get a burger.
Yeah.
So see you guys down the trail.